I'm here with Will Parkinson from Smartfishing UK. Will, welcome to BoatLife Live 2022.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me.
How's the show going?
Yeah, really good. Really impressed for a first-year show. It's do you know what? It's great to have another show indoors. Great amounts of people, great boats, great atmosphere. So yeah, it's I think overall a good success.
And we've battled the weather as well.
Yeah, do you know what? Having that kind of weather kind of front coming in on a first show, you know, it's kind of putting all the stops in front of it. But no, it's people have still come, people have still seen the boats, and enjoyed the show and enjoyed the environment.
And you don't mind a little bit of extreme weather?
Absolutely not. That's what we're all about. We're all about adventure, extreme, getting out, enjoying ourselves. So yeah, it's that's what we do.
So how did you get into this whole extreme fishing? And
Okay, so a bit of a background on me. So let's wind back a bit before Smartfishing UK. I'm still an operational firefighter, have been for 19 years. And it's something that's not only a job, but it's a passion. It's something that I really enjoy doing. But I've also been into angling my whole life. My whole life I've been back from when I was young with my dad, taking me to catch them first mackerel, them first small fish. I was hooked. And then I kind of changed as I grew up. I got to sort of 12 years old, and yeah, I carried on saltwater fishing from the shore, entering more and more competitions, and doing well. At 12 years old, I become the youngest junior champion in the UK on shore fishing, which was
really?
yeah.
Fishing is certainly in your blood.
Absolutely. From them first fish when sort of 3-4 years old, yeah, absolutely. It was something that was ground in from then, which is great.
And that was riverbank?
Yeah, started off riverbank, the odd mackerel, as we always do, and then we progressed onto more kind of shore fishing in smaller competitions, and then moving on to the bigger competitions from there, all from the shore. However, I've always been into the marine environment. My parents have always had boats. Back in 1990, my dad bought a brand new Princess 266 Riviera from the London Boat Show. So I was about 3 years old, and yeah, we was on the water from then. My parents have been into it, so I've always had a marine environment. So the natural progression was taking them fishing rods from the shore onto the boat.
So that was you enjoying life, loving fishing, getting out on the water.
Absolutely.
And then a bit of a setback.
Yes, absolutely. In 2008, which is a little bit later on from there, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is, it's not a nice disease, as I'm sure a lot of people know. And yes, it was a real struggle. And then it was a struggle for many years. Wasn't as bad at the start, I could cope, but we got all the way up to 2018. And we then hit real hard times when I was in and out of hospital every month, every couple of months I was in and out, back to work, back to hospital. And being a firefighter, it's a struggle because you need to be physically fit. And one of the side effects of Crohn's disease is you end up losing, lots of fatigue, losing muscle mass, weight, not being able to process a lot of your food very well. So it was a real struggle.
At that point, I guess you got two options to
Yes.
To sink or swim, I guess.
Absolutely. So after many a day with the consultants, and then he said enough's enough. So I had major surgery in 2019, and yes, they took away a large proportion of my bowel, which, yes, it was tough. The recovery was tough. Being a firefighter, you have that ethos around you. You know, I'm a big tough guy. You know, I want to go and help people, save people. Can I do that again? I'm now really struggling with my health. I've now had this major operation. Am I going to be able to carry on? So the fire service, we're very lucky. We have a charity behind us, the firefighters charity, and they really, really are amazing. Prior to that, I knew they were there, and I gave my donations and we raised money for them as a fire service, but never really understanding and never really getting the best out of it until I needed them. And they were there for me.
They came through.
Yeah, absolutely. We ended up, luckily, I only needed phone support, but my mental health was really struggling with, am I going to be able to go back to work? Am I going to be able to support my family? I've got a wife and 2 kids at home as well. So yeah, we ended up going through a whole process of calls, just supporting me through that process, and it's what I needed. And then the good part of the story is I got better. I started putting weight on. My health came back, and then the latter part of 2019, we launched Smartfish in UK, which is a fishing team, but also supports the firefighters charity as well.
And that gave you real focus, both to get fitter and stronger and get out on the water again. Let's have a look at some of your boats. And
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So first of all, the project started with our 1988 Delkey Dory. Yes, she looks great, but this is with all her kit on. So first of all, we had our Delkey Dory. Suzuki, one of our key main sponsors, come along and put a brand spanking new DF90 on the back, so well kitted out.
Such a classic, the Delkey Dory.
Absolutely. Great boat, lots of space, and a great fishing platform. So, this is actually me up in Scotland fishing the Mulla Galloway competition, along with a really good editor, Tim McPherson from Saltwater Boat Angling magazine. And yeah, great boat, fully kitted. Raymarine are also another one of our sponsors. They have got a lot of their latest products from Axiom Pros on there, as well as radar, all the sort of toys, bells and whistles. You wouldn't believe it, but on this boat, it's a 1988 Delkey Dory, but it's got 2 shocks seats on it with full mitigation that potentially is probably worth more than the boat.
I think that's the most tricked up Delkey Dory I've ever used. I've ever seen it in my life.
Yeah, so
I remember as a kid racing around in a Delkey Dory.
Yeah.
Slap, 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 slap with a big flat bottom, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not the best seakeeping capabilities, but what a great platform to fish from. And I will never get rid of that boat. That was the first boat that I started.
You've still got it?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Still got it. She lives down in Portsmouth, in a dry stack. She has got a trailer, but yeah, it's a great boat, and that's what we started with.
So where did you go from there?
So from there, it went on from there. So the plan was to not only support the charity in a way that with going to our fishing competitions, being able to support them, raising money for them, I wanted to take it a step further. So we carried on with the fishing, we carried on with the competitions, but I wanted to be able to offer a service to take people out on the boat.
So Will, let me get this straight. So you love fishing?
Absolutely.
You're a fireman?
Yes.
You had some setbacks. It would be very easy just to move on and go back to living life. But you needed to give back here.
Absolutely.
And fishing was the vehicle.
Absolutely. Fishing was the vehicle. Getting out on the water, getting out, enjoying yourselves, having that adventure, not only in competitions, but also just being able to get on the water, away from the world. I wanted to share that. I wanted to share what I experienced with other firefighters that were in a similar position. It could have been stress, could have been PTSD, from all sorts of incidents that have happened from them. So we then carried on and we bought a new boat.
So how do you share that experience?
The plan is, so the pandemic started, which was a real struggle, and in 2020 we took delivery of our Smartfish 25 that's here today at the show.
Now that is that is pretty tricked up. Look at that.
That is,
and anyone coming to BoatLife Live today, you must come and see this thing. It's here, looking very ominous and shiny. Yeah. And powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's an angry boat. It's fully aluminium, 6 mil. It's built like a tank. This boat is a 40-knot boat that can go offshore fishing. And what the plan is, we use it. We use it for doing a lot of video. We use it for enjoying ourselves. And we use it for events like this to help raise money for the firefighters charity. However, the plan is, as now we're moving out of the pandemic, we can now take on some of the firefighters, whether it be a couple of colleagues, whether it be them and their family, for a day on the water. They might want to fish. They might just want to do a bit of touring.
And these are people who've never really been out on the water before.
No, absolutely. And Jeff Holt from Wet Wheels is always his saying, but he calls it the big blue gym. We go out there, we switch off, we enjoy, and we let all our worries go. And whether it's fishing or just touring, that's how we do it.
That is absolutely wonderful. I couldn't think of a better day out that you could give them.
No.
It's got everything, isn't it? The thrills, the spills, the weather, and the chance to land a fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
And where do you operate from? Will?
So both boats are currently based down in Portsmouth. I wouldn't keep them anywhere else. The Trafalgar Dry Stack, safe indoors, and yeah, we keep them both down there. However, they move around the country. This boat was up in Scotland last year. She's going to be going to Europe this year to some of the other events. She'll be fishing in some competitions down on the south coast. She'll be going to Reel Masters down in Weymouth. So yeah, it's got an action-packed year, along with lots of our adventures that we're going to document, put on YouTube, and have a lot of fun with. So,
God, it's an amazing boat. Have you got any close-ups of the interior and how she's tricked out?
We haven't done the photos on this slide. However, if there's people here that want to come down, see her, she's on the Suzuki stand, so they're more than welcome to have a look. But there will be some pictures online, on our Facebook pages. They're more than welcome to come on YouTube. We're going to put some videos up, so yeah, they can see her running and inside as well. But I'll tell you what, I'll show you some of our catches as well.
Let's go for this.
So this is actually, we was out on a day out. This is Ollie. He's from another team called the Real Nomads. They're actually with us as well. Great team, and they come out fishing with us. We got on the right there. We've got Jamie Cook, who's the CEO of the Angling Trust. We went out and had a great day's fishing there, and as you can see, beautiful weather. Here we are. This is me actually on my Delkey Dory when I very first got it. It's still got its Yamaha on the back then, before the 90. This is down in Salcombe. This is something called a bullhuss, specimen fish, weighed about 13 pounds, and yeah, angry looking fish, but great fun to catch on the rod. Again, this is down in Salcombe. This was just out of Salcombe actually. And that's a blonde, that was a blonde ray, that one. Great fish, and again supporting the firefighters charity there with my t-shirt on. We get plenty of these. This is Kev. He comes out with me. Kev, I've been helping out quite well. He runs another organisation called Angling and Anxiety, very similar for stress, PTSD. But he's a reformed drug addict that turned his life now into fishing. So we take him out. And yeah, catching a big taupe there, which is obviously in the shark family. Great fun. And there's myself with a stunning bass just off of the coast of Portsmouth there.
God, that is a beautiful catch. But absolutely amazing.
Yeah, great fun, great fishing, and what it's all about is getting on the water and enjoying yourselves. We've got some great kit, great sponsors that look after us, and yeah, we enjoy ourselves. And please, if you want to get in contact, we're on the social media, we're on Facebook, etc. So yeah.
Well, from adversity, you've turned things around, and you're really, really giving back to society and helping a lot of people, I'm sure.
We're doing our best, and hopefully, as things move forward, it will only get better. Now we're getting into a better place. We can move things forward and get out on the water a lot more.
And you feel really well supported by Raymarine and Suzuki and. Absolutely,
we were very fortunate to have them as sponsors. You know, we've got a whole host of them from Suzuki, as you said, Raymarine, Navionics, Van Class Trailers. We've got a whole host, and I've probably forgotten a few.
The wonderful team up at Trafalgar Wharf look after you?
Absolutely. Great team. They look after the boats. I wouldn't keep my boat anywhere else, especially in this storm. You know, it's been... you could just imagine the boats on the pontoons. However, I know mine's indoors.
Yeah, in the most amazing environment indoors in Trafalgar Wharf there.
Yeah, great team. Great. And yeah, they've got a slick operation down there.
Well, you're in good hands all round. I think your suppliers and your supporters couldn't think of any other vehicle to support. And what you're doing, Will, absolutely wonderful. Listen, congratulations for everything you're doing here at the show.
No.
Your stand, I think, is one of the best stands here.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you hopefully next year here at BoatLife Live.
Yep.
Thank you very much supporting what we're doing,
No
and looking forward to seeing you out on the water.
No, thank you very much. It's, you know what, it's a great show. It's nice to be here. It's nice to be involved with everyone, and more importantly, you need to come down and have a good look on the boat.
Good, I will do that. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And we've got plenty more later on today up here on the stage. So enjoy the day.
Thanks.